Hello, you amazing friends. Welcome to our International Networking Zoom on Thursday, the 11th of November, 2021. Give the person next to you a round of applause. Just want to say a big welcome and great having you with us. Now, just to let you know, it is being recorded, so please keep it all clean and positive. Remember, anything that you say may be used against you in a court of law. Just kidding, but it is being recorded, so keep that in mind. And just let you know a little update. What I do with the recordings is this recording I'm going to send to my personal database of 5,000 people plus tomorrow. So make sure you put in all your details and show your best side. So great having you with us. And also, too, to let you know, this is going to go for roughly an hour. Chances are you're watching the recording, but if you're live on the line, a big thank you. We get anything from usually 20 to 50 good-looking people coming through every week. As I say, it's an absolute honor. And to kick off the event, our legendary friend, Annette, has a migraine. Now, I feel for Annette. I used to have when I had really bad PTSD, I used to get terrible migraines. I don't get them anymore, thank God. So, Annette, I feel for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to bounce over to Annette before she gets high on vodka or has some prescription medication. So, Annette, how you doing? Oh, I suppose, are you okay, Annette? How's your migraine going?
Yeah, we'll see how I go. It's just, I think just packed too much in my week, and just had a bit of a long day, a big day today. So here showing up, which is 100% what we need to do, whether we feel like crap or not. Showing up and being here.
And I just want to say it's great. Now, Annette, tell us a bit about you and what you're up to and how you help people.
So anyone who doesn't know, my name's Annette. I work as a spiritual coach and psychic intuitive. I do that 2 to 3 times a week. And I also work with women who have gone through emotional abuse and sometimes domestic abuse as well. So we all kind of lump that in together. And I help work through that with my clients. And I also work on mindset as well. So especially self-worth. So that's a big thing at the moment with a lot of my clients. We're just I'm just excited to meet everyone and hopefully get to connect with some of you I haven't met before.
Oh, pleasure. And Annette, you're a master networker as well. You help us run our meetups. Can you give us some networking tips to get the most out of this Zoom that we're all on?
Yeah, look, I think definitely connect to some of the meetup leaders, Naomi and Simon, Amir down the bottom there. He's really good to network with. But just, get on a call with someone you haven't met before and just do like a Zoom coffee if you can't do it in person.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Annette, we love you. Feel free to stick around or run off, whatever works for you. Max, love to you, Annette. We love you. And man, I know I know migraines well. So painful stuff. I was just going to say as well, we love Annette, so make sure you connect with her. And before I forget as well, please use the LinkedIn chat. So the Zoom chat. So in the Zoom chat, you can talk with each other, share your Zoom links, and really connect with each other and go for it. So make sure you use the Zoom chat as well. And what we'll do is as well, we'll take a screenshot a bit later on, which is really, really cool. And also to today's extra special, once we get through everyone, we're going to bounce over to Nicole Yates as our guest speaker. Nicole, did you want to say a quick hello as our guest speaker a bit later on? Oh, unmute so we can hear your legendary New Zealander accent.
Well, it's a Bitzer accent, I reckon.
It is. Cheers, bro, I reckon. There you go.
Cuzzy bro. Yeah. No, it's been a fabulous week. I have completed Maria's fantastic NLP, timeline therapy, and hypnotherapy training, which was amazing. So excited to start using that with my clients. Yeah.
I got to say, you've been going from strength to strength, and I'm not asking for everything, but what are you going to be talking to us about later on? Can you give us a little sneak preview before we bounce back to you?
A bit of a hint, yeah. I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to optimize your brain.
Wow. So it's a bit like upgrading to Windows 11, perhaps. That sounds pretty good. All right. Well, we'll come back to you. Nicole, give Nicole a round of applause. We're going to come right back to you. And I noticed as well, we've got the wonderful Naomi and Simon on the line. Now, Naomi and Simon are two of our wonderful meetup leaders. They run our Melbourne, Australia network. And Naomi and Simon, how are you both doing today?
Good. Excellent. Thank God it's Thursday.
Oh,
yay.
Absolutely. Can you tell us a bit about what you both do, be it separately and collectively?
You can go first. Oh, okay.
Ladies first.
Hi, everyone. I'm Naomi. I am a brand designer and advisor. I've been doing this job for over 25 years, and I help businesses get consistent results across their branding, all of their platforms, their marketing collateral, everything. You name it, I do it.
Legendary. And Simon?
Yeah, for those that don't know me, I'm a business marketing coach and have been a coach for almost 30 years. I am a master coach and I love helping my clients succeed, whether it be through self-sabotage and addressing issues like that, or literally looking at ways at marketing their businesses in different ways that they've tried before. And that's where I find we just find a lot of success, and it certainly turns the businesses around. So that's what I've been doing for the last 30 years, Ed.
Oh, legendary. Please, Naomi.
Simon's been super busy these last couple of months putting together his course platform, which is just about to launch. It's very exciting.
Yeah. Ooh, can you let any more of the cat out of the bag?
Just wait another couple of days.
Ooh, so going to play it coy. I'm looking for this one. And something happened between you guys a few days ago. Would you care to elaborate?
Engagement.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Long awaited. Like we're all like, finally, thank God for that. But no, congratulations on all that. Oh, and just quickly as well, both of you are absolute masters. You guys have been networking longer than I have. What networking tips do you have for us tonight tonight, wherever people are, to get the most out of the Zoom? What are your big networking tips?
Two things for me today, actually. I guess from our meetup last week, I met a young gentleman called Jules Dan, and I was able to onboard him into our community, which is awesome.
Which is great.
But I guess sort of chatting to him through the week, it's kind of identified a couple of things. When somebody starts off and they're still not quite sure, they're trying to find, maybe what content to post and all that sort of thing. It takes me back to when I first started. And so it's really good to always reach out to someone who is, if you're a seasoned networker, reach out and mentor someone who is coming, through the ranks, I suppose, and starting out, because you just remember how daunting it was, because it can be pretty confronting. It's not just networking, it's like dealing with the whole social media thing, the content, the posting, trying to make connections. It's pretty overwhelming. And not to mention like coming to something online or face-to-face, just like what Annette said before, showing up and feeling like going, oh my God, I'm going to all these things. Yeah. It's a bit overwhelming, so just make sure that you remember that about other people and pay it forward. It's a nice thing to do.
Yeah,
absolutely. Love your work, you two. Round of applause to Naomi and Simon. It's an absolute pleasure. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going great. Keep using the chat. We'll take a photo short. In fact, let's take a quick photo now, actually. We'll take a quick photo now. Then we'll open up to the audience so you can all say hello. Now, the key to taking a photo is turn on your webcam, really helps. Look into the lens and do a cool smile and hold the pose. And we'll get another photo later on too. So this is photo number 1. So smile, hold the pose. 3, 2, 1. Big smile, you winners. Oh, we're a sexy group of people. Give yourself a round of applause. We'll take another one later. Now, what I do is I actually want to open it up to the floor. So the best way you can chat, and this is the way that we do it, in Zoom, you should have the reaction bar at the bottom of your PC or your phone or whatever you're using. And what you can do is you can hit an emotion. You can use love hearts, such as Andrew did, we love you. And you can also hit the hands up icon. So if you want to say hello to the room, just hit the hands up button. And what it beautifully does is it ranks it all in order. So if you wanted to sit there and chill and just take it all in, absolutely no need to hit your hands up. But if you want to, just hit that hands up key and we'll get you all nicely in order. And the other thing to mention is as well, is when you're speaking, please keep your microphones on mute. Unmute when you're going to speak, just keep the noise down. And as well, be as direct and cool as possible so people can really understand what you do. And a great person to start with, and I knew Amir would do it, he's a master networker. Amir's also one of our wonderful networking leaders helping us in Sydney. Amir, how you doing, my friend? It's great to see you.
Fantastic, Ed. Thank you. I love seeing you guys, and it's been a few weeks. I've been doing the run backwards and forwards from Sydney to Oberon and back. So I feel like I'm starting to lose my voice, but it's been interesting meeting all these new people. And now that the borders are open and a lot of us are traveling, it's definitely springing to life. And summer is going to be a blast. Next week, mind you, it's 3 degrees in Oberon at night.
Wow.
So we've gone from a complete hot to a complete cold to a complete hot again. So, yeah.
Wow. And how's just for the sake of the audience, Amir and I are basically living on wheatgrass, shedding our lockdown pounds. You've lost a little bit already. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm about 5 kilos down already.
Yeah,
And
me too.
I think,
What's it like for you living on a meal a day like I am? Not a lot of fun, isn't it?
No, I haven't been cutting back how much I've been eating, but I've been cutting back on what I've been eating, just changing the content. And I think that makes the biggest difference. But also just physically being busy instead of being in front of a computer, being more running and meeting people face to face has made a big difference.
Oh, pleasure. And also too, I've got you, Amir, not as in tomorrow, but next Friday, we've got a face-to-face meetup, Amir. Are you excited about that one?
Definitely. I'll be there. Looking forward to seeing some of you guys coming up from Melbourne and coming down from Queensland. It's going to be a hoedown.
Oh, pleasure. A hoedown. Can we say that? Yeah, we can say that. You don't mean hoe as in what I was thinking. You mean as in like farming tool down, not the other form that we can't talk about.
Put down your pitchforks and hoes.
And good. I thought you meant like the other one, which we're not allowed to talk about, which is really cool. Maybe I'm a bit sick in the head. The other thing I was going to mention too is I've just shared the link. So not tomorrow, but next Friday is our face-to-face meetup in Sydney. And Amir, hopefully we get to see you. I know you got to travel a lot, but hopefully you can join us.
I'll be there for Friday.
Oh, pleasure. We love Amir. So Amir, can we give Amir a round of applause? Absolute pleasure. And thank you. I was just going to say, if you want to speak, just put up your hand and it ranks it in order. Another thing I forgot to mention as well is a next meetup, if I can. So just let you know, next Thursday, we've got our next networking Zoom. Okay, so these networking Zooms are weekly events. They're every Thursday at 8 p.m. Sydney time. I'm sharing the link for our next networking Zoom here. So if you haven't already, if you can please click the link for our next networking Zoom and book in right now, that'll be great because the more numbers we get in the system, the better. If you know anyone, please invite them, which is really good. So big thank you to Amir. Let's bounce over to Cami. Cami out of Kumbi. How are you, my friend? Cami still there. There you are, still there. How you doing, Cami?
I'm good. Hi, everyone. I'm in London. Nice to meet all the old people and new people. So for me, I'm a holistic health coach. So I help women and men feel energized. So if you're interested or if you're just interested in my content, I'm happy to welcome you to my connection and spread love. Thanks, Edward.
And I got to say, I don't know what your middle name is, but I think love must be it, Cami. Absolutely. There you go. Round of applause, Cami. You are amazing. And our friend Michael Gray, I was just talking to Michael the other day on the phone. Michael Gray, how's life in the fast lane? What's going on, my friend?
Fast lane getting faster now that we're finally out of lockdown, which is really great to celebrate. So, yeah, my name's Michael Gray from MKG Events, for those of you that don't know me. So we do in-person events, online events, hybrid events, and service clients nationally around Australia by helping them with everything from the marketing of the event to the production of the event, getting sponsors. So yeah, we, I guess our best result during COVID was helping a client say 830% ROI through an online event. So we're always there to help our clients as best we can.
And also too, sorry I couldn't make it. I was caught up in Canberra working yesterday, but yesterday was your work anniversary, wasn't it, Michael?
7 years in business.
Oh my God, 7 years in business. Most people don't last 7 months, let alone 7 days, except for you and us here.
Well, thank you for that.
So in 7 years, what has been your biggest business lesson you love to share with us, Michael? What has the 7 years taught you, my successful friend?
There's so many lessons there.
The one that doesn't involve anything illegal, like the number one positive lesson.
Well, not that any of them have, but probably getting your business structured right from the start would have been a very helpful thing for me to know 7 years ago. Like initially, 7 years ago, we did a lot of work and then got payment later from the clients, and then a lot of them didn't pay. And now we charge in full upfront, and our clients are happy to pay that because they see 830% ROI. So it's a much better structure for everyone. And I guess that's probably one thing. Secondly, knowing, I guess, who your ideal client is exactly, and knowing how to obtain that ideal client, I think, is definitely an important lesson I've learned along the way.
Oh, brilliant. Michael, congratulations. Round of applause to Michael. And Michael and I go way back. Michael knew me when I was more of a business coach before I put down my business coaching cape and said, I'm to become a LinkedIn influencer now. So you know the old Edwards here when I gave up my business coaching. There you go. Pleasure. Aristotle, so if you come in, a big welcome. Just let you know, if you want to sit here and watch the meeting, please do. No pressure to speak. If you want to speak, all you do is just in the reaction bar, just hit the hands up key. And what Zoom does really well is it ranks it in order. So just hit the hands up key if you want to speak. And it could be say hello to the room. You want to talk about how good I look, seeing that I've been losing weight. Whatever you want to talk about. John Attridge, how you doing, John? What's going on?
Hey, how everybody? So from the sunny UK, just about to go into another winter, but you can feel sorry for us if you like, but we're okay. Just wanted to quickly plug my next big quantum show, 2nd of December. Ed Zia was a famous star on the last one. We've got another great lineup this time. So it's an ideas, inspiration and insights fest on just about every topic imaginable that you would be in business. It goes all day on the 2nd of December. And then there's catch up later with an exhibition that goes through till Christmas Eve. So you just get one access. You can come as many or as little times on the day, and you can go and catch up during the course of the next couple of weeks. But we've got people like, you may not know all these as household names, but some of them will be Steve Jones, one of the best coaches running around the place, Fred Copstake, who's fantastic in sales, Tracy Smolinski's right into networking. So you networkers, Tracy's something else. Michael Trigg, the presentation maestro. So anybody that struggles with presentations. I've got Claire Byrne, who ran a £78 million company as the FD, talking about finance. I've got Danny Sculthorpe for you rugby league fans. Danny had a career cut short through illness and mental illness. So anybody that's into that space, what a great story that is. Chris Hines, anybody that's into the environmental space, he was the project director at the Eden Project, for those that have heard of it. Simon Succi into property. Jared Yellen. I've even got Fergus Shield. Anybody heard of the Pandora Papers and the Panama Papers? The guy that's leading that, he's the head journalist on the whole project. Fergus Shield, and I've got him on an interview. Wow, that's going to be explosive. If you thought
you got a few people, John. Sounds exciting.
Great fun. I'll get off. If that's
can you share a link so people can book in or anything?
Yeah, I already have, but I'll repeat it if you wish.
Absolutely. Round of applause to you, John. And John just reminded me, actually, I forgot to mention as well, our business network is open and inclusive. So please feel free to promote. You might be part of another networking group. Please promote that networking group. You might have your own business network or your events. We're open and inclusive, so please feel free to promote your events and go for it. And thank you, John. We've got the legendary Dee Matlock with us. Dee, so good seeing you again. How have you been today, Dee?
Hey, really good to see you. And I've had an awesome day because after waiting for 5 months, I finally got to see my hairdresser today. So I'm a very happy woman.
There you go. I thought your hair looks great all along, but then I'm just a guy who doesn't pick up these things. I thought you've always looked wonderful, Dee.
That's very sweet of you. I really don't have, so those of you who don't know me, my name is Dee. I'm based in Sydney, Australia. I don't really have a business established yet. I'm very new to heading out into my own little kind of business world. I'm a recovering lawyer. I've been a lawyer for more than 25 years and decided I didn't like it and decided to take a leap of faith and start my own business. And I'm going to focus on life coaching with a specialisation in wellness and positive habit formation. And I'm going to do a bit of a spruik. I've written a book.
Please tell us about your book. What is it?
Yeah, so as part of my research and my studies, I got really fascinated by the idea of habit formation. And the more I kind of dug into the idea of it and researched it further, I developed my own little model around what I believe are fundamental concepts in relation to forming positive habits, like eating healthier, exercising more, sleeping. Everyone has these great intentions, but a lot of people I meet and speak with find it hard to then embed those practices and be consistent. So that's the principle of the book. So next year, once I start ramping up my business, I'll be focusing on helping people help them form healthy habits.
Oh, brilliant. Sounds great. And by the way, out of interest, what part of town do you live in? I live in Sydney too.
Oh, okay. I'm over near Penrith.
Penrith. I'm in Parramatta. We're in the process of moving.
I was in Parramatta today. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Parramatta has turned into one big government base. It's just government everywhere now.
It is. I used to work at Parramatta, 4PSQ, Parramatta Square, for New South Wales government. So
there you go. There you go.
Small world. But nice to meet everyone. This is lovely.
Dee, come anytime you want. Round of applause to you, Dee, and Max Love. Now, I was just going to say, we're going to bounce over to Ali in a moment, but before we do that, I think it's time to take another photo. So, yeah, what I'd love you to do is you haven't already, turn on your webcam. Now's the time to turn on your webcam, and you want to look into the lens of your webcam or phone or whatever, and you want to do a cool pose, smile, hold the pose. 3, 2, 1, smile, activate your cam, hold the pose, 3, 2, 1, big smile. Aren't we a sexy group of people? And speaking of sexy and brilliant, we've got legendary Ali. I'm actually catching up with Ali face-to-face next Tuesday. Going to go visit you in Fairfield. How are you, Ali? What's going on?
Hey, Ed. Looking forward to seeing your trim and what you've been doing during lockdown. You know, it's sort of, I think it's a real testament to people, you know, especially with us being in Sydney or Melbourne, who have really looked after their health, even with lockdown. It's not an excuse. I see a lot of people now, they go, I've got lockdown weight and I've got COVID weight. It's not an excuse. It's just an excuse for laziness, right? If it's important, there's videos at home. You can jump on Zooms. There's, you know, yoga. It's not, you know, take a walk around the block, right? People are like, I've got COVID weight.
And there's also potato chips and chocolate, Ali, just to point that out. So
there's always potato chips and chocolate, but you've got to work that off, right? Do some vacuuming or something. I don't know. Do you realize how long it takes to work off a chocolate bar? It's like 2.5 hours of vacuuming. You're going to rethink that chocolate bar, right? So I think you have to, when it comes to weight, or just a tip, but if you sort of know how long it takes to work off what you've eaten in terms of the bad calories and the bad food, you may not, you know, you might want to portion it down a little bit. So yes, looking forward to catching up, Ed. And yeah, just want to say hello to the room and connect with people. And yeah, myself, if people don't know me, I'm Ellie. I'm a natural health and women's wellness coach. So I do a lot around the areas of women's health, especially in fertility. So helping people get to optimal health so that they conceive a beautiful baby, which a lot of people are struggling, I guess, especially now with the amount of stress. So I think it comes down to a couple of factors, right? It comes down to both the physical and the emotional, and that has to time with a lot of stress. So these days, even look, before COVID, we are just in a more stressed situation. People are taking on a lot more. We are starting families a lot later. So that's why I think a lot of people are struggling in sort of that area of health. But in general, look, we are just more stressed, and we've got to take that time to exercise, because actually putting that time aside will help us to actually de-stress more and just step away from our screens. You know, most of the time, I don't know, I think this next generation are going to have, like, you know, hunchy backs or something by the time they get to 40, because chiros and osteos are seeing their curvature getting worse because they're starting screen time a lot younger. And now even with us as adults, we're literally, the last 2 years has been more on screens than ever before. So got to take that time to stretch and make sure we don't, you know, all get those sore neck and back muscles towards, you know, the end of lockdown. So yes, it's just taking that time to just do some self-care. That's my tips. And yes.
Well, so I'm pumped to see you next Tuesday. We're going to have to do an Ali and Edward's Year photo gallery, I think, Ali.
We will. We always do that. But yes, looking forward to catching up. Be great.
Brilliant. Round of applause to Ali. Max love to you. And just if you come in as well, if everyone can wave to Nicole Yates for a second, big wave to Nicole. Nicole's our elite speaker. So once we get through everyone, Nicole's going to take over. And just before I bounce over to legendary Sandra, Naomi, who's your little white friend? What's going on there? Who is that, Naomi? What's that little poochie's name?
This is Gus.
Gus? He's a very cute little poochie, isn't he?
I didn't know you had a dog now. Man, it's very cute.
Yes, he is cute. He loves
He knows
Simon.
it. He knows it too. Hello.
Simon, what's up?
Hey, we got the wonderful Paul Adler. We love Paul Adler. There we go.
How you doing, Paul?
Big welcome. I was
Always
just
good
gonna
to
say-
see you, Simon.
You're welcome. If you just come in as well, we're just the floor's open. If you don't want to speak and just want to sit there, please do. If you want to say hello to the room, just hit the hands up button and that'll rank you in order. So, and once we get through everyone, we'll bounce over to legendary Nicole for a presentation. So, Sandra, thank you for being so popular. How are you, Sandra? You've got a really cool bookshelf behind you, Sandra.
Hello, it's nice to be here, first of all, and I'm excited to meet all of you. Yeah, goodness, I love my books. I'm a bookworm, although someone said to me, no, you're a bookaholic, because I read a lot. I'm a voracious reader. I like read a book, not to boast. It's part of like, I suppose, because I do content writing for businesses, but on the side, like I really enjoy personal development and I read a lot of books. I've read 46 books so far this year. That's how much I love books. So I go through them pretty quickly. I like to think they help me with what I do with my work. So in a nutshell, I like run my own freelance business called The Right Way. And I basically work in Australia, Canada, and a bit of Italy, and just work with business owners one-on-one, helping them with their content. Because as you know, so many businesses, I think most businesses need help, with content. And and so I enjoy reading and I enjoy going for long walks, been doing a lot of that. And goodness, like to get back into bush walking and hiking. So I used to do a lot of that pre-COVID. But yeah, excited to meet all of you.
Oh, Sandra, great having you with us. And I can relate, actually. I put on a lot of COVID pounds and I've just crossed the halfway mark, Sandra. I've been walking 10,000 steps a day.
Oh, congrats.
So I can relate. It's good to get out and get your steps up again, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I really enjoy it. Like I find it's also good for your mental health because I have a lake. Well, it's about a 30-minute walk and I'm getting up early in the morning to walk there. It's Edwards Lake. I'm in Melbourne and I just find it so refreshing. Like I kind of walk in the morning, my mind gets clear and then I get back home. I like to listen to something inspiring to start my day and then I get to work and it's already helped, you know.
What was the name of the lake again?
Edwards Lake.
What a great name for a lake. It must be a really cool lake with a name like that.
Like it's such a I think people around here probably take it for granted, but I just really enjoy it. You know, it's beautiful and it helps me start it's like an anchor. Like I walk, then listen to something inspiring and then start my day. That's how I anchor my day.
I can assure you, Sandra, I would never ever take Edwards Lake for granted. I can assure you of that.
Well, it sounds like you're a bit of a city boy. Do you live right in the middle of no, you said you live in Penrith, is it?
I live in Parramatta, but deep down I am a city dweller because we're in the process of moving right into the city. So I've always been an urban dweller. So there you go.
But New South Wales is beautiful. You're in a beautiful part of the world. So
Thank you. Thank you. Sandra, great having you. Let's round of applause to you, Sandra, and a big welcome.
Thank you.
Big welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. And we got wonderful Aya Fukumoto with us. Welcome back, Aya. How are you doing? The floor is yours.
Thank you, Edward. Yes, I actually joined this one for the first time last week, and I really like it. Like a very, you are like a very welcome and very friendly networking. I'm so impressed, and then I'm so happy to come back here again. Hello, everyone. My name is Aya. I'm from Japan. I'm currently living in Vietnam. I do marketing and then sales for Japanese IT company in Ho Chi Minh City. And we help the business expand by developing an efficient website or applications and systems. We have now 150 Vietnamese developers now. And we can handle any size of project, and then we can do this at the very the cost much very lower than the industry average. We've been in this industry over 10 years now, and then so far serving hundreds of clients who is mainly Japan or Vietnam. But now we feel it's good timing for us to expand into other markets. That's why I started doing networking. And we believe that we can provide the same industry-leading IT solutions that we have experienced. We offer more than IT solutions. We also give some advice to our partners on how to break into Japanese or Vietnamese market. Thank you very much.
I great having you with us, and welcome back again. It's an absolute pleasure. And we've got the pleasure. We've got the woman in red tonight, the dangerously powerhouse Christine Bell. And Christine and I go back many years. Christine knew me in my old life when I was a meetup business coach guy. How are you, Christine? How's life for you?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, and your quality is
That's
outstanding.
good. That's good. I have new headphones, and I was using them earlier, and no one could hear me.
Oh no, it sounds really good. Even though you don't have like the piece in front of your mouth, it sounds like he does. The quality is outstanding.
Well, it's they're expensive, the bus ones, the BOSE to noise cancelling.
Oh, very nice. And how are you? What are you working on, Christine?
Well, actually, at the moment, I have a lot of work on working on big projects for pharmaceuticals. So that's taking up a lot of time, but it's also making good money, which is good. So that's consulting, but I'm also working on not as ahead as the lovely Naomi and Simon, but I am working on my course, and it is getting cleaned up now. And when I get time, it will be done. So that's exciting. And I'm still running my free webinars, and I have one on next Tuesday night on how to create messages that connect and stand out. So that's on 8:00 on Tuesday night. So I can put in a little invite to that.
Oh, pleasure.
And I should probably say what I do, which is I actually have a customer.
That was my next question. Tell us what you do.
What do I actually do? Yeah. So I help businesses understand their customers better and create a strategy and solutions that are actually aligned to their needs, so you service them better. I use market research tools for that.
And can you tell us a little bit about your course? What's your course about?
It's all about a skill building course in how to do your own market research with your customers and the market, and then to create some really customer-centric strategies and solutions in your business. So it's really about customizing your business to make sure everyone loves what you do and you engage with them the right way.
It's a pleasure. And while I've got you, I just want to say this on behalf of you. What do you think of the statement, "Let's go Brandon," Christine? What do you think of that statement?
What does it mean?
I don't know. I just want to say to you, "Let's go Brandon." That's all I want to say to you.
Well, I think it sounds great. I think we should all, cheer on Brandon to get
there
going.
We go. So all I can say to you, Christine, is keep up the great work and let's go Brandon, Christine.
Absolutely. Let's go, man.
There we go. Round of applause to you, Christine. We absolutely love you. And we got Toms. How you doing, Toms? Where are you right now? Are you still in Spain or wherever you were, Toms?
Hello, everyone. I'm still in Spain. I don't want to talk too much here because there's a lot of background noise and I have no idea how much of you do actually hear it. So quickly about me, I'm a mindfulness and yoga coach, and I'm looking for people to teach how to learn their stress. And also, even if you don't want to learn, if you want to share, I invite you to my podcast, Love Your Stress. So that's it. Smile, be present, and have a magical day in front of you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I don't know if you can from your phone, but if you can share the link to your podcast, I don't think you can from phone, but if you can share the link or something, feel free to do it. Awesome, Toms. But may not be able to. Zoom's a bit funny on the phone that way. But Tom's great having you with us. Love you, Toms. And we got Piero. Piero and I caught up. Piero did an amazing job of running our Canberra meetup yesterday. And Piero, so good seeing you face to face. And wasn't it great that we could get into Canberra without getting shot at by the AFP?
Yes, it was. It was actually really good to be able to hug and touch people and just connect. It was just another thing. I saw Ed across the room and I'm like, come here. And it was just like, it was proper. It's what we needed. It's part of life, and it was really great. Ed, thanks very much for such a great day.
Oh, it's incredible. And what have you been working on? Tell us a bit about you, Piero, and what you're working on, how you help people.
So this is something that I'm going to ask the audience. I want you to think about, because I was throwing this around with Tim Hine yesterday. Everybody loves the little one-liner that's in LinkedIn that's underneath your name, right? So I want you to think, I'm going to give you two, I just want to ask the audience, two options. I partner with senior executives that are ready to live and lead a life of exceptionality, both personally and professionally. Or I create exceptional CEOs.
Ooh. There we go. I love it.
Which one? Can you put in the comments one or two? Just which one did you think? Which one stands out to you?
Ooh, we got a few ones. Got a number twos coming in. Looks like two's winning. There we go.
And the thing that I wanted, the next part that I want feedback on number two, if this is just this is what I'm working on, does number two sound arrogant when you say, I create exceptional CEOs? Put a yes or a no, just a Y or an N. Do you think it sounds arrogant?
No way. I think it sounds, I think from you, it echoes and resonates with credible humility.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you, everyone. So that's what I've been up to, Ed. I'm going to meet with Alexander Kittle next week. We had a great conversation. I'm going to meet with Amir, and we're going to do some more amazing things, not only next week on the 19th. He doesn't know this. We're still going to do some stuff in Sydney together if he's there. And then the week after, we're doing some stuff together, like face-to-face with Amir. And if those of you were taking any interest in the chat, I was having a laugh with Andrea because we've got another group. Andrea's got her global empowerment hub that she's created. And one of the tasks is to create a want list. Now, obviously, what I do with the clients that I work with, the senior executives, is they've got a want list, but majority of it's egotistical, right? Like coming from the right place. And I've got a want list, and it's already massive. So I wrote in the chat to Andrea, I'm like, my want list is massive, and I think this is what this was all about, because I think she was shocked to see that.
Yeah. And while I've got you, isn't Andrea Zasper an amazing character? Tell us why you think Andrea is awesome, Piero, because she is.
Well, honestly, who would take the time to run a 1 month global empowerment summit that ran like nearly 12 hours of the day from StreamYard and had nearly 12 different people booked in every single day? Like, who would do that? That's just an amazing effort. So that's why I think she's amazing, and that's why I've teamed up with her, because it's not to fathom that for myself is just, how do you do that? And it's just amazing effort that she put in.
Oh, there we go. Now, we love Andrea Zasper and Piero. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Round of applause. Just to let you know, if you've just come in already, chance for you to speak to the room. If you want to say hello to the room, just hit the hands up icon. It's in your reactions bar in Zoom, and it ranks you in order. And just to let you know, so if we're going to wave to Nicole Yates is our guest speaker. So once we get through everyone, we're going to bounce over to Nicole Yates. And our next one is our, so again, if you want to speak, please just hit the hands up key. And of course, as well, please use the Zoom chat. And as I keep saying before, we're an open, inclusive business network. Feel free to promote whatever business networks you're in. We love everyone here to help everyone win big. Speaking of winning big, we've got Paul Adler. Paul, how are you, my friend? What time is it where you are right now?
Doing well. You always do ask it. I always say there's no time zones in our business. It's 4:43 a.m. in Philadelphia, the Eastern time zone. But anyway, first of all, thank you for having me in. Second of all, what I want to say, I know I was a bit late getting in, but happy Remembrance Day and happy Veterans Day to all who have served. Yep. Just really short about me. I run my own small market research firm. We do data analytics, social media management, a little bit of content writing, but more importantly, we're just talking about networking and just the greater message of it as a whole. And in addition to this being a wonderfully inclusive group, and Edward, I can't thank you enough for that. just the whole aspect of just meeting people just from different regions. Of course, you know how much love I have for Australia, a place I've never been to, but I happen to just gain more friends literally by the day. I have Simon to thank for that, you to thank for that, my other colleagues to thank for that. But more importantly, that whole aspect of just network marketing as a whole. My business marketing and especially market research wouldn't be alive without that. And Aya was mentioning IT. I used to work for an IT firm out in India. So even just little connecting the dots like that really just brings people together. And that's really what I wanted to say. Didn't want to take up too much time because this isn't my first webinar with you. But that's my main message here, is just the power of just you, like, almost brings me back to being in grade school, being on the playground, making friends. It extends to this in some way. So it's really cool. But yeah, my simple message is networking is great. And that's my business, market research and data analytics. If you want to reach out to me, I put my contact details in there already, but feel free. So that's all.
Oh, Paul, great to have you. Let's give a round of applause to you, Paul. And there you go. Philip from beautiful Philadelphia. It's very good. Pleasure. We got Paul Lowe. Paul, how you doing, my friend? How has life been for you, Paul Lowe?
Hi. I'm back after a few weeks, going through various networking groups, including this one. So thanks for hosting again, Edward. Of course, I have to give thanks to the host and the crew. So I'm Paul, and I'm working on my business to teach business fundamentals to creatives. So whether you're a writer, you're a designer, you're a filmmaker, or even a fine arts, whatever creative field you are, part of the problem is that we're very good with our craft, we're very bad with our money. Yeah. And my assessment, or my perspective, is because we weren't taught the fundamentals of business in order to make our craft work for us. So it's not entirely our fault, it's just a missing knowledge gap, which I'm trying to help cover. So right now, of course, I just promoted my business again, but what I'm doing right now is I'm looking to, be on the speaking circuit, whether it's podcast or Clubhouse, and just spreading the message to, to more ears and more eyes. So thank you.
Oh, welcome, Paul. Pleasure having you with us. And I think it's just we all need to learn business lessons. I was saying this to someone the other day. I remember being in high school and they spent months teaching us Shakespeare, and I wish they'd just spent 10 minutes telling us what a Visa card is, what a MasterCard was, and what a debt and a liability is. That would have been awesome. Just 10 minutes. Just stop talking about Shakespeare for 10 minutes and just teach me what a credit card is. That would have been nice if they did that. But there you go. I couldn't agree with you more, Paul. No, very good, very good. Richard Thomas, how are you, Richard? Pumped to have you with us. What's going on, Richard?
Thank you, Ed. Good to be here tonight again. See everybody's lovely faces. So I'm just coming to you from the world of digital marketing. So and enduring the extremely chilly November that we're having down here in Melbourne at the moment. So our son has been away on camp this week up in the high country. So I hope he hasn't been freezing his toes off in the tent.
Wow. No, I'm from Melbourne originally, and Melbourne is because you get the Antarctic wind, don't you? The Antarctic wind goes straight through Melbourne, doesn't it?
It hasn't been the Antarctic wind this time. It's just been chilly. Yeah. Wow. But there you go. Yeah. So I'm in. For anybody that doesn't know me, I'm in the business of, and I'm still crafting my little message about what I do. But I suppose I work in the realm of e-commerce and social media, that sort of crossover thing and help to plug the gaps where leads just fall through the cracks because people don't know what they should be doing, and don't know that they're actually missing out on people. Anyone who's been on Instagram, you see people's posts, but you only see there's the thing called the algorithm, which limits any post that you put up to about 8% of your followers. So you can easily post multiple times the same thing and with little chance of the same people seeing it twice. So I just plug the gaps and help to generate more leads and sales from those two areas of e-commerce and social media. That's me.
Oh, incredible. And I got to say, hopefully I'll see you soon. I'm coming to Melbourne on Friday, 3rd of December, and touch wood, I'll see you then, Richard.
Yeah.
Pleasure. Love your work, Richard. It's a pleasure. I was just going to say, if you haven't spoken yet, you want to speak, or there's something you want to say, now's your time to say it. Just hit the hands up key in Zoom. And if you want to say anything, we can get you up now. So hit that hands up key if you want to say a quick hello.
Where is it? Where is it?
Oh, that's all right. No, I know you want to speak. I'll tell you where it is. So here you go. Oh, close enough. Thumbs up, hands up. How you doing, Karen Clark? What's going on, Karen?
Sorry, I just got back. Yeah, so I'm sorry I'm late. And I just wanted to say hi. It's great to be here. My first time on this Thursday evening.
Welcome.
Yeah, and to see everybody from all around the world. It's amazing.
Now, you're based in wonderful Queensland. Tell us a bit about what you do, Karen, who you work with.
So I work with women in male-dominated industries, and I work in the area of mindset and transformation, the art and science of transformation. So I work in the area of metaphysics and quantum physics, and I teach people the things that really cause our results, the universal laws, and how to connect with those things and really be present to the energy and the vibration of being in that. And they were just talking about it. Someone's been talking about it on the chat about having a want list, what you would want. And of course, that's our starting point, is to have a really clear, detailed vision written out of what we want in our life, even though we don't know how. So most people won't do that because they limit what they say they will want because they don't know how to achieve it. And of course, that's not how it works. So I teach people, the difference between common hour thinking and paradigms, to just really being brave enough to go for what it is you would love and how to do that.
Very powerful, Karen. I got to say, it's pretty cool. And I understand that you know the legendary Ali Huang. Is that correct, Karen?
Oh, just a little bit. Ali and I did our practitioner and our master practitioner in NLP, timeline therapy, and hypnotherapy. And we became very good friends, and we've had a lot of talking over recent days. And as I told Ed, Ali's tried to connect me to Ed several times, and it just didn't happen for one reason or another. And like the third time she said, oh, you really want to come on Ned's Networking and you should do this and that. And I was like, oh my gosh, Ali's been trying to say this to me for so long. So we connected this week, and my week has been like a whirlwind with Ed since we met, maybe on Monday or the weekend. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. But and very quickly, tell us why you think Ali's awesome. I think Ali's awesome for a lot of reasons. What's your top reason that you think Ali is awesome, Karen Clark?
Oh, Ali, she's so cute. One reason she's so cute. She's amazing because, she's got this beautiful health practice where she uses acupuncture and Chinese herbs and all of those amazing, really old cultural, deep cultural techniques to help people to change their lives, and also infertility, people who want to have babies. And of course, that's an amazing area to be working in, people who want to, get pregnant and can't. However, her skills way exceed that because, she is a master practitioner. So Ali has so many skills that she can use to help people live the life, be healthy, be wealthy and be happy in that life that they would love.
Oh, here, just brilliant.
Oh, thanks, Karen.
So cute, Ali.
Round of applause. Wonderful. Pleasure. And Mark had his hand up before. Did you want to say a quick hello, Mark, or you're quick hello. Hit that unmute key, Mark, and feel free to say a quick hello if you like.
Sorry, am I on?
Welcome. How are you?
Embarrassed and honored. Thank you very much for letting me in.
Oh, honored to have you with us. You are a great, kind man, Mark. That's all I can say.
Yeah, well, I just want to help people. Usually that's what I'm about. And so, yeah, if you... Oh, my God, I'm so shy.
Don't worry about it.
May I say something? I was talking to Mark for about a week leading up to here, and Mark was the kindest man coming in, commenting on my posts and all that. So, Mark, you shouldn't be embarrassed at all, my friend. Not at all.
Hey. And it's good. The fact is that you've put your hand up, Mark, and it takes time to build public speaking skills, and here you are, and power to you.
Yeah, I try to get out. Wow, I can't let you Australians say everything.
All right. We love New Zealanders. In fact, do you want to know
You don't
who
really, but
now,
hey, we're cousins.
Now, do you want to know who the best New Zealand actor there is ever? Who's the best New Zealand actor there is? Best New Zealand actor?
Me.
No, Tetmura Morrison. Tetmura Morrison. There you go.
No, that you told me someone else the other week.
Sam Neill's okay.
You change your mind all the time.
No, technically, Russell Crowe was actually born in New Zealand. So technically speaking,
So
Russell
what?
Crowe's a New Zealander.
We don't like him either.
Anyway, Mark, we
He
love
can't even play cricket.
I don't know much about cricket.
No, man, I love you guys. And
love
thank you so much. And hey, I just want to say, well, when you guys you want to invest in New Zealand, come and talk to the Strangers Group, because we're doing great things and we've got some great things happening. And that's all I want to say until 3 weeks' time.
Oh, beautiful. Mark, big welcome. We love you, Mark. It's a pleasure. So what we're going to do is that we're going to bounce over to Nicole Yates, which is exciting. And just before that, before I forget, a lot of you have already booked in. Just to let you know, this Saturday, 10 a.m. Sydney time, is our premium persuasion influence workshop. So if you're interested in our workshop, just click that link I just shared and all the details are there. And for those that are booked in, big thank you. So what we're going to do now, it is now time for Nicole Yates. Now, Nicole's been waiting so ever patiently. She's an amazing and powerhouse lady. And Nicole, what I'm going to do, legendary Nicole, is feel free to unmute. I'm going to spotlight you. So you have now been spotlighted. So you've taken over our PCs and I've enabled screen share. So
Very
you've got screen.
good.
You're all set.
Can you see that?
We can. We can see your PC and you. And just to let you know, I'll just introduce you really quick. Nicole Yates is a legendary brain health expert. And I've died once and come back from the dead. And I thought I was pretty cool. And she's died 3 times. So, Nicole, you win that one.
Yes, indeed. All right. So tonight, I was hoping to inspire you to look after your brain. And I help people work towards that little picture on the left, the healthy brain. But you can see there the Alzheimer's brain's looking pretty troubled, and traumatic brain injury, and even the heavy effects of nicotine and caffeine. Look what it does to your brain. Now, just to clarify, those holes aren't actually holes. That's lack of blood flow. This is a SPECT scan. So if you had a tumour on your brain, they would look at doing a CT or an MRI because they're looking at the anatomy of the brain. With a SPECT scan, they're looking at the functionality of your brain. So that should hopefully give you some inspiration and to optimize your brain, because it improves everything in your life. When your brain works right, you work right. And it's never too late to start building your brain as well, because the aging process, which we're all a part of, your brain actually starts shrinking by 5% a decade after the age of 40. Now, if you're eating a high sugar diet, you can increase that percentage. Science has now proven that the way we use our mind shapes our brain. Your thoughts relate to your actions. And I did some recent training and they spoke about using the mind to actually change the temperature of your hands. I mean, this stuff is powerful. And then you go into the unconscious mind where, you know, it's so open to all the feedback. We go to a movie, it brings us to tears. That's not reality on the screen, but our subconscious mind reads things. So what you're feeding your brain results in your actions. Now, I know a little something about the brain in personal experience. Some of you know my history. Severe traumatic brain injury at age 16, died 3 times, coma 3 weeks, woke up unable to walk, talk, or control any of my bodily functions. The brain can change. So now, if you answer yes to any of the following questions, you may be at a higher risk of Alzheimer's disease. It's time to start taking action now, because by the time the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease actually comes to the surface and things like losing your memory can become obvious, the process started years, sometimes decades before. So today is the day. Have you ever sustained a concussion? You've got a family member with Alzheimer's disease. If you're obese, if you're a smoker, you suffer sleep apnea, you've had any form of stroke or brain injury, even diabetes, ADD, hypertension, heart disease, all risks. So is what you're doing today getting closer to where you want to be tomorrow? Whoops. You're not stuck with the brain you've got, so start looking after your brain today and contact me if you want more information.
Oh, wow. Incredible, Nicole. So short and powerful. And I got a thought for you. When you said if you sustain a concussion, I've been knocked out. I've been knocked unconscious quite a few times, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I suppose every time you get knocked unconscious, that can increase your risk of Alzheimer's is what you're saying.
Absolutely. Yes.
Wow.
100%.
Wow. So someone like me, so I've been a character. I've been in a lot of fight. I've had quite a rough life. I've been in a lot of fights in my life. I've been injured many times. I've been unconscious many times. What would you say to a very middle-aged yet handsome man like me to improve my brain health? What would be some of your tips for a good-looking yet old man like me?
I would say get back to the basics, exercise. The brain, it uses 20 to 30% of the oxygen in our bodies. So the more exercise you're doing, the more oxygen it's getting, the better it is for it. Cut down your sugar. Sugar's shrinking the brain. Using your brain, learning new things. All of those things are great for your brain. And it can rebuild. It can rebuild those neural connections. So just do all the right things. Watch your diet. Eat brain healthy food. Omega-3s. It's all good.
So I play a lot of video games. So video games are a good thing, right? I play Fallout 4, for example, all the time. Is that good for my brain health?
Well, we can debate that one.
Ooh, okay. It does use my brain, though. It does work my brain out. That's for sure.
Yeah, but you're learning. Look, any new things you're learning are going to be good for the brain. Okay, so if you're doing the same game over and over and over again, and you're not actually learning anything from it, then there's limited benefit to that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Wow, that's incredible. So tell us, Nicole, what kind of work do you do? Like, you coach people, you've got programs, you do speaking. Tell us a bit about what you actually do in that regard.
Absolutely. So I've got brain optimization programs to help people different stages of where they're at with their brain health. I do vocational counseling. I've just recently done some fantastic training with Maria in NLP, timeline therapy, and hypnotherapy. So I'm now a practitioner in all of those things, extra tools to add to help my clients challenge their limiting beliefs and go beyond their thoughts. So, yeah.
Incredible. Love your work. And Piero's got his hand up. Piero, what do you think, my legendary friend?
I just want to back Nicole up. I studied under Dr. Daniel Amen 2 years ago, and I did the brain health program as well. I just want to back her up. I don't think that the world knows how important this really is. Like, there's one thing that I always talk about, and I want to add this to what Nicole said, and that is this. Our brains cannot repair brain cells. The only way that you can create a new brain cell is by learning something new. So when Nicole said, like, your brain starts shrinking at the age of 40 and everything else can impact it, depending on weight can impact it, sugar, all that kind of stuff, you can actually get older outside, but your brain can get younger. So I just want to back Nicole up, because that
100%.
Dr. Daniel Amen, neurolinguistics, all that stuff is ridiculously important for the future. Well done, Nicole.
Perfect. Thanks, Piero.
Wow. I want to be like those aliens out of the original Star Trek, the ones with the brain on the outside that project thoughts into people. I want to be one of them. So there we go. We got Paul Adler. What are your thoughts, Paul Adler?
First of all, that was a wonderful presentation, so thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. I've been seeing the same neurologist here in the U.S. for the past 10 years for the same issue that I have. And in our last appointment together, he mentioned that the world of neurology and the world of psychology are just diverging more and more over the past 5 years or so. So I wanted to ask you, Nicole, you seem to be, it seems to be your wheelhouse. I mean, you're an expert in this. You wouldn't be in Edward's webinar if you weren't. What do you have to say, especially with regards to your expertise in hypnotherapy, about the aspect of memory and it's the aspect of memory loss, and especially how one might be able to regain it, or at the very least, be able to possibly power it back up?
Yeah, yeah. Look, as Piero was saying before, that the neural connections that you make, they're for life. You know, you can always make new connections. And look, I was someone who woke up and wasn't able to walk or talk or I couldn't feed myself. I didn't know how to go to the toilet. I lost memory from my past and so forth. But today, I've got memory management strategies that make my memory not an issue.
I was in a car crash, woke up in an ambulance, was diagnosed with epilepsy out of the blue. That's what happened.
Yeah, yeah. So yes, absolutely. There are things you can do. I've developed a memory management app. Check it out. It's called Rethink.
Rethink?
Rethink, RETINK. We'll put the link in the chat. But
yeah, please.
There are lots and lots of memory strategies to improve memory retention, to build your brain. There's just so much now. And, 34 years ago, basically, I was told you've got 2 years to get as good as you're going to get, and that's it. Now, thank goodness, we know so much more about the brain, and healing never ends.
Okay. Wow. God bless. I'll certainly take a look. Yeah.
Incredible.
Have you put the link in?
Yep. Just put it in. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Hey, I just want to back you up on the sugar thing, because I actually had a condition called hemifacial spasm, which was caused by an artery putting pressure on the facial nerve. And so after about 12 years of trying to get rid of it, with alternative methods, I decided to have an operation. And what the neurosurgeon did was he said, we're going to give you a really strong sugar solution that's going to shrink your brain so that we can get past it to see. So they actually physically made my brain shrink and then cut a hole in my in my skull and made the brain shrink so that they could see straight through and see the facial nerve and what was putting pressure on it. And then they just put a little like silicon pad or inert pad. Yeah. And it worked, which was amazing. But yeah, so when you said sugar, I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but interesting that they use that as a technique in surgery. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and then they obviously rehydrate it and make it grow back to the right size again. I hope they did.
I'm sure you're looking after your brain and it's growing.
Well, I don't eat much sugar, so I really don't have sugar in anything except my dirty chai, which just happens to come with it. I don't add sugar into anything.
Great.
Incredible. And Piero, you put your hand up, Piero. Was that a typo? That was a typo.
Purely so that I can say to Nicole in front of this whole group, I think we're going to run something a little bit special as well. I like finding like-minded people like that and just going, let's do something. So I'm going to throw it out there right now. Nicole, let's just do a 40-minute webinar that's just going to blow people away with some of the stuff, because what we can add as far as biohacking goes as well, which is neurophysiological transformations in a controlled environment. And you may not think about it, but things like ice baths, cold showers, where when you're getting uncomfortable in a controlled environment is actually stretching the limit of your fight, flight, freeze response.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nicole, let's do something. I love it.
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. Well, thank you, everyone. Let's give Nicole a round of applause. That was legendary.
Awesome. Thank you.
And we're just going to bounce over to closing thoughts to officially finish the evening. And of course, we're going to have to ask Naomi for the closing thoughts. So Naomi, I'm a huge Naomi buff. Naomi, can you all give us a closing thought to keep us all winning and thinking over the week to come? Naomi, what have you got for us?
Oh, wow. I love it when you put me on the spot.
I love it too. I love it too. It's awesome.
Clapping his hands together. I guess for me at the moment, for me personally, in these last couple of weeks, I've been super, super overwhelmed. And it's just like with my business, it's just gone bang, right? So I guess over the weekend, I go, you know what? I've got to pause and I've got to make sure that I am present. It's super important. My mum's going through, just about to embark on cancer treatment for 5 to 6 weeks. So there's a lot going on. And I think that there's a lot going on for everyone. Everyone's got their own thing going on. But it's just a big reminder for me to make sure that I'm present and I'm in the moment, and that I try very, very hard not to get overwhelmed and frazzled. And for me, that's just planning and organisation, really, and making sure that I've got my life balance in check. So I guess that's my closing thought for today.
Oh, well said. Can we give a round of applause to Naomi, and of course a round of applause to yourself? Thank you for coming, friends. Have a wonderful evening or day, and I'll send out the recording tomorrow to our database, and keep up the greatness, everyone. Bye, everyone.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.